everybody, welcome back to the Everton Save on the Cultured Left Foot YouTube channel, and this is episode 2. Thank you all very much for the support on episode 1. Some nice comments to welcome me back to the world of Football Manager after the extended break, because as I've explained, I'm not at home. I'm in Austin, Texas on a work trip, and managed to record some videos. So different mic, different camera. If you think this all looks a bit shit, make sure you come back when I'm actually at home and I've got my mic and my office set up and everything like that. But into the game we go, and pre-season is done. The tactic has been tweaked, and we did set up our manager to be a tactical tweaker, but it has been tweaked. It is getting results. If we look at the pre-season friendlies we've had, a 3-2 win over Mirandes, a 2-1 win over Copenhagen, a 2-0 win over Almere City, 1-1 with Kaiserslautern in Seamus Coleman's testimonial, where I forgot to start Seamus Coleman, 7-0 over US Avellano, and 6-1 over Empoli as our final pre-season game at the Hill Dickinson Stadium. Today we're going on to take Leeds, but let's have a quick look at what the new tactic looks like then. So it's a bit boring. It's a 3-4-2-1. In possession, it's a 3-4-2-1. Out of possession, it's a 5-back 4-1. It's some would say defensive, but we're playing attacking. Now this has taken quite a lot of tweaks to get to this point, and it seems to be doing the job and working quite well. So up front, target forward in Barry. He is an absolute monster. He's 6'5". He's going to be a target forward. Out of possession, he's an outlet centre forward. So he's going to stay up the pitch and try and get some counter attacks on the go. In terms of behind him, we have Jack Grealish, obviously now moving over to the left. We tried to fit him in on the right to get Dwight McNeil in as well. It didn't quite work, so we're going to have Jack Grealish on the left. His backup is most likely going to be Dwight McNeil, but I think Dwight McNeil might be a player that gets pissed off at us for not having enough game time. So Jack Grealish will start there. The shadow striker role, we've got loads of options. We've got Tyler Dibbling, who has played 1.5 games since coming back from his injury that he has at the beginning of the game, and has done really well in pre-season. His dribbling and his balance make him superb in that shadow striker role, and we ask him to dribble a little bit more as well. As you can see, he dribbles more. He naturally makes runs forward because he's a shadow striker. We get him moving into the channels. And he's doing a good job of it, to be honest. But we've also got Alcaraz that can back him up. We've got NDI that can play there. Iliman NDI can play there. He can play out front as well. We've got Beto that can play out front. We've got Dwight McNeil that can play around here. So we've got quite a good options in this sort of position. Right wing back is Nathan Patterson. Absolutely no issues with him. He's going to be superb. He's got a number of assists in pre-season already. He's just asked to stay wider. Again, has naturally more runs forward. We want him to play wider because Dibbling will come in field as the combined issue here. As a shadow striker will sort of move up to support the striker. Mikalenko does the same. He's staying wide because we want him to overlap with Grealish. And again, very good. Mikalenko's contract runs out at the end of the season, so he's sort of playing for his future. If not, it looks like he's going to be joining Leeds, so they're the only club interested in him at the moment. Kieran Dewsbury-Hall plays in the box-to-box role. We get him shooting less because I've realised that central midfielders, if you watch more highlights, your central midfielders will take a hell of a lot of shots. So he's on shoot less. We've got him passing more direct to try and get the ball up to Barry as quickly as we can. Roll is also passing more direct, also shooting less often, but has a bit more risky passing and doesn't take runs forward because he's a deep line playmaker. And then the back three are just the standard back three. Pickford in goal is doing wonderful, wonderful stuff. So yeah, in possession, a 3-4-2-1, which is pretty attacking when you think about it. As we get a forward, Grealish cuts in, Dibbling moves up, Patterson moves up, Dewsbury-Hall moves up, and Mikalenko moves up as well. So it leaves us with a flat three at the back with Roll or whoever's in the deep line playmaker role in front of them as well. And then out of possession, a very solid 5-4-1 with Barry, Grealish and Dibbling sort of offering a more direct counter-attacking outlet, which has been working very well indeed. So I'm very happy with it. We are playing on attacking mentality to try and make sure that we are attacking, because that's the sort of coach that we set up. And yeah, I think it's going reasonably well. So we're going to be going on against Leeds. Now, I honestly don't know what the recording is going to look like whilst playing the game and recording. So if it is very jumpy, I might have to edit the game out and then we'll come back to it at the end. But hopefully it can survive and get through it. So we'll have to see. But we do have now more players than subs. So we will be going through this. The other thing I need to do, because he's not going to get any game time this year, is relegate Welch. He can go down and play for the under-21s as an over-21 player for the season. That's no reflection on him. He's just not going to get any game time this year. So on the bench, we definitely want Dwight McNeil. We definitely want a goalkeeper for realism as well. James Garner on the bench. I want Asnu because Mikalenko gets a little bit tired. NDI can go on there. Eric Boonham can go on there. We probably need Keane on there as well. Why is NDI? I swear I picked NDI. Why didn't he go on? Beto as a striker. Dwight McNeil definitely on there. So that's 7. We could go Seamus Coleman and then... why is it not picking them when I click on them? Seamus Coleman and then probably Alcaraz, I think. Although Asnu is not on there. And I definitely asked Asnu to be on there. So we've got Garner. I do need wing backs. They need to be crucial. Those 4, you need subs for each of those positions, which we have. We have Garner, Iribunum, NDI and Beto might be a bit overkill. Yeah, I do really want Asnu on there. So I'm going to... Beto did reasonably well in pre-season. Ideally, I'd take Coleman out, but then we've got no one else to play right wing back. It's gonna have to be Beto, I think. As it stands at the moment, it's going to be Beto that drops out of the squad. So let's see how this goes. We're going to go and play Leeds United. Oh no, hang on, I forgot about that. I want roll out. I want Jimmy Garner to start in there. Oh, there was a reason. I forgot that. You can tell I haven't recorded a video in a while. There's a reason for that we've picked the starting lineup as it is. So if I can come back, go into our first team view, you can see I've created my first custom view, which is nice. And these are the sort of key attributes I think we need in this system for certain places. So obviously our wing backs need to have a bit of pace and acceleration. Well, everyone needs to have pace and acceleration. It's Football Manager. Wing backs need to have crossing, as do our wide player people. So you can see that we've got Nathan Patterson starting right wing, Grealish starting left wing, Tyler Dibling's in there with good crossing as well. Mikalenko at 13 isn't dreadful, not too bad. Central midfielders need a bit of passing. So we've got Dewsbury Hall and James Garner both in there with very good at passing as well. Dribbling we've already touched on needs to be the attacking midfielders, which is Tyler Dibbling and Jack Grealish, with NDI able to do it very well as well and roll. So we've got a lot of good dribblers in there. Finishing wise, that's your strikers. NDI has 15. Tio Banny's up there with 14. Barry gets the nod because he's got jumping reach 18, as does Jared Branthwaite, as does Jacob Bryan with 17, Beto with 16. Tackling at the back, you've got Gay with 18, who we can bring on as a more defensive option in central midfield if we need to in some games. Michael Keane, James Tarkowski, who's starting at centre-back. We've got Jake O'Brien, Mikalenko there as well. And then strength, Beto is pretty strong, so he is a good option as a target forward. I sort of feel like he does need to be on the bench now that I look at it like that. But we'll see. And then stamina for the box-to-box role is mainly Kieran Dewsbury Hall. But you can see Dewsbury Hall and James Garner bring decent passing and decent stamina to get up and down the pitch, which I think is pretty crucial. Not just useful, but crucial in how we are going to play. Now, the question is, does Beto sit on the bench? Now, I can actually take off Iribunum. Iribunum can come off the bench, I think, because we've got Alcaraz... Roll. I could probably play Dwight McNeil in there as well. So I think we're going that. I think we need Beto. I think we need Beto on the bench. Because Beto is a very good option. As much as I love NDI, I've selected one substitute outside the match squad. Have I? I don't think I have. Are they unavailable, whoever I've picked? No. Have I picked... It's 9 subs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I definitely have not picked someone outside of the... Okay, game. Okay, game, what are you doing? You shouldn't be... Okay, it doesn't matter. I know that's the 9 I want. That's fine. Let's go into it. Yes. Right, first game being recorded on the laptop, let's see how this goes as the teams are warming up. And you can see they've made lots of changes from their last team. Dominic Calvert-Lewin is going to start up front in a predicted 4-3-3. I want to win every match. Oh yeah, they like that. They like that. It's the first game of the season. Let's go and give them all a bit of encouragement. Tell them they can make me proud and do well. However, we're not going to talk to the press. That's for someone else to do. They are lining up in a 4-3-3. Ampadu, Statch and Tanaka in central midfield. Gnotto, lots of pace on that right-hand side. He's going to be hard work for Mikalenko to catch up with him if he gets round him, but we should be all right. Man City sit top of the table with Spurs and Liverpool. Wolves, Burnley and Fulham all lost their first game. But of course, this is our first game of the season, and we're going to see how we get on. And I do like these graphics. We're going to zoom in once. We won't watch these every live game we do, but they are fun to see it in the first time. My manager's shirt should be tucked in. I'm not that untidy of a person, although I do have all this crazy long hair going on at the moment. But the referees come out, collect the ball, as their manager has a massive mohawk. Daniel Farke does not have a mohawk. So that is Daniel Farke. I don't know if he was being sarcastic or not, but in a press conference before the game was like, oh yes, I think Everton have just enough to stay up this season. We're doing better than that, mate. We're going to go and get top half, hopefully. Willy Gnotto comes forward down that side. We did say it was going to be a bit of a hard work for Mikalenko against him today. Ampadu into Goodmanson. Oh, great interception from Tarkowski. Tyler Dibbling into Garner. Feeds that ball out right to Patterson, who has been so good in pre-season. Patterson scores! I thought he was going to cross it, but Nathan Patterson scores the first goal of the regime, and that is superb. And Leeds and Daniel Farke can suck on that. 1-0 Everton inside 1 minute and 22 seconds. Nathan Patterson, I thought he was going to square it to Barry, who was in the middle, but a great hit. And Perry couldn't keep it out. And these, weirdly, isn't it? It's the two teams that we were down to the final vote in the on the YouTube community post. And if you're interested in seeing my community posts, they're over on the community section of my YouTube channel. But there's always a thing in Discord as well. If you want to get into the Discord, the link is in the description below. We're constantly chatting about FM26, a little bit of football talk, some other games in there as well. Come and join the community. It'll be lovely to have you. Jared Branthwaite gives the ball away to Tanaka. Willy Gnonto back to Rodon, into Tanaka again, over the top towards Calvert-Lewin. Did he stay onside? He didn't. It's a disallowed goal. It will probably go to VAR, but you can see it's already been disallowed, so we don't have to worry too much about that because they don't overturn it from offside. But it is a disallowed goal, and he is very much offside, so that is fine. Good decision from the linesman. 2 shots apiece, 1 on target apiece, but we have the definitive goal with that good effort from Patterson. You can see Garner and Patterson linking up well on that right-hand side. I do try and watch the highlights in here for a bit of turnover. You can, if you slow the speed down all the way to the bottom it gives you, you can actually watch the sort of transition plays a little bit more. It looks like Leeds are getting into the game somewhat, but whilst we've got the lead, I'm happy. There's end-to-end stuff going on. 25 minutes gone in this one. And it's going all the way around. Stewart gave away a free kick there. We've had another shot or two in the game as well. But yeah, I'm noticing a few things tactically. It looks like if you put sort of your front three, if they've got a good dribbling attribute and you tell them to dribble more, they do create more chances, which we're hoping worked well for Jack Grealish. He did pick up. That's a good corner as the header goes over the bar from Joe Rodon. Jack Grealish picked up a twisted knee in pre-season, so he did miss 2 pre-season games, or 1.5 because he picked it up at half-time in one of the games. Yeah, Jimmy Garner picked up a little knock as well at some point. Seamus Coleman bruised his head in training. I assume someone clattered into him. He's sort of not moany as much anymore. He's come to us and said he's happy with his new squad status. But at half time, it is 1-0. And as I said, whilst we've got the lead, we're not creating great chances, but we are creating more chances and having more possession than Leeds. So I'm going to say we're doing well, but we can find another gear. Is there anyone that everyone appeared interested, listen keenly? Okay, so everyone's pretty happy. So I'm not going to change anything. Fitness wise, we're looking okay as well. But yeah, I'm happy with the system so far and how it's playing out. Like, I think I think this system is going to be a bit more prevalent against teams that try and launch more men at us. Obviously, Leeds will try and keep a few men behind the ball and try and keep it at the back a little bit more, whereas I think like the bigger teams, they'll either absolutely batter us because we give the ball back to them too often, or we'll counter them very well, as Branthwaite brings that forward from the back pretty well. Mikalenko on that left-hand side swings in a cross, which is what we've asked him to do. We do hit earlier crosses trying to hit Barry up there as Dibbling turns. Patterson with another early cross, not the best. Struick heads away. It's a penalty. I think it's a handball. Grealish is saying he was pushed. The ref has given a penalty as we're focusing on the ball rolling away. And Paul Tierney is asking for VAR. It has been awarded. Grealish was pushed by Jayden Bogle in the box. And it is going to be Barry to take this. I can tell from the height that is Barry. On his debut, he sends the keeper the wrong way. It's 2-0 Leeds. Come on, lovely stuff. I think we can drop this down to positive and just try and hold on to this one as Everton's number 11, Barry, is just going to try and stick this one away onto the left-hand side. Lovely corner, lovely penalty, sending the keeper the wrong way. 2-0 Leeds, an hour gone. And we couldn't have asked for a better start to the league season, to be honest. As hopefully we can just, as they chuck men forward, we can take a bit more advantage of that. We are going to take off our sort of wonder kid player in Jack Grealish. I'm going to bring on NDI because he can dribble really well on that side. And I do like the dribbly boys. Fitness-wise, everyone's okay at the moment. You can see we've got a few people lacking match fitness. Mikalenko is actually having a really bad game, and Asnu did impress me in pre-season, so he's going to come on for the half hour left here in Leeds, and we're going to have a throw in. It looks like Patterson will take this one. Can he find someone's feet? He does. Into Garner, Dibbling back to Patterson, cross goes in. There's Barry. That was like a dream play of what I want this formation to do. You put a cross into the big man, he jumps highest, but his header is off the post and then cleared away. Dewsbury Hall also not having a brilliant game on a 6.5 in midfield, and with just coming up to 15 minutes to go, I think we can probably give him a little bit of rest. So as the box-to-boxer, we will bring on Roll, and then we're going to switch you two over. So Garner can just become that box-to-box runner, probably get a little bit tired in there, Garner as well, but Roll is very good on the ball, likes to attack. So actually would be better. What am I doing then? I've just explained why Roll should be there, because the deep line playmaker doesn't move forward. The deep line playmaker sits in that defence in front of the back four, so we'll keep him there. Tyler Dibbling as well with 10 minutes to go. I think we're just going to make a few more changes here. We will do Alcaraz on for Dibbling in that role there, and we've got one sub left. So Patterson is looking tired. Let's give Mr. Moaning Myrtle, Seamus Coleman, a run as well. We did change his role to an impact sub, so that is playing as he should be. But as I said, in this sort of system, we're asking our wing-backs to do a lot of running. So having replacement wing-backs on the bench is pretty crucial. Great tackle from Roll there into Barry. Here is NDI. Just trundles. Great little bit of skill from him there. Loses the ball, but we do win it back. Alcaraz, sorry if you can hear the laptop fan as well. It's quite loud. Alcaraz puts in Barry. It's another wonderful goal. 3-0 Everton. What a start to the league season this is. Absolutely superb. It's 2 for Barry. Assist for Alcaraz off the bench. Just running in behind the defender. Great ball down the line from Seamus Coleman, to be fair to him. And that cross is just brilliant. And Barry sticks it over Perry's head. 3-0 Everton. We've got an XG of 2. We've been solid at the back. We've kept Leeds quiet. We're going to have tougher challenges this season, but that is a truly wonderful start to this season, and very happy as Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who's had a poor game for Leeds United, has been replaced, I think, by Jack Harrison, even though it's not showing it on the tactics there. But there we go. 3-0. 2 goals for Barry on his debut. Nice work, everyone. That was good. I am very happy. I am very, very happy. Now I've just got to hope that recorded. I've started the interview, haven't I? Let's just exit the press conference. I didn't mean to do that. But yeah, 3-0. We go third in the table. What a start, as Rangers get 2 million from Patterson. Man United get 1 million from Garner. Barry was on form with 2 goals in that one. You were superb. Now, if I have had to edit that video, a 3-0 win, absolutely superb. Hopefully, I haven't. I won't find out until I need to edit it. But yeah, an absolutely superb performance, that one. If we have a look at the... so, that's not us, that's Leeds. Here we go. So, Barry with a 1.8 XG, Garner 0.1. That's annoying, isn't it? It doesn't tell you the people... It doesn't give you the XG of the people that actually started. Can you go into... Aha! Aha! So let's have a look at some stats then. So passing wise, we've got Patterson with 86% passing. That's pretty good. I wonder, do they have passing crossing? Clear-cut chances created. So Jake O'Brien created 2 clear-cut chances. Jarrod Branthwaite 1, Garner 1, Dewsbury Hall 1, Merlin Roll 1. That's really good. Key passes, number of key passes. Mikalenko with 3 and Patterson with 2. So the wing-backs do look like they're going to be pretty crucial. Dribbles wise, we had 2 for Mikalenko, 1 for Patterson. I think a dribble counts as when you dribble past someone. Expected assist 0.5 for Alcaraz. Yeah, he put a good cross in, didn't he? Defending wise, headers completed, tackles completed, 100%, 100%, 100%. Wow, very good from the back, sort of defensive 5, which is awesome. And then set pieces. Right, don't need to worry about that. Key statistics, what does it say as a key statistics? Expected assists, attempted and passed. So 91%, but it doesn't give you the number of how many they completed. Okay, that's interesting. And then distance wise, Patterson 12.3, Mikalenko did 9.9. Wow, I guess he did come off with 25 minutes to go, whereas Patterson stayed on until there was 8 minutes left. But Jarrod Branthwaite covered a lot of ground, as did Jake O'Brien, as did Barry up front. So we've got to be wary of that and just make sure that we rotate the team a little bit in these fixtures as well. But a great 3-0 win. That was absolutely superb. Very, very happy with that one. Fixtures then coming up. I think we'll come back for the Liverpool game. I think that makes sense, right? We'll come back on the 20th of September against Liverpool. Hopefully we can keep this run up. We've got Brighton, Blackburn, Wolves and Villa off camera. And then, yeah, we'll come back for that derby game against Liverpool. But all is looking pretty well at the moment. So I have no idea if this is going to be a normal, reasonable length video with one game, or it's going to be really short because I had to edit out that Leeds game because the recording was rubbish. But thank you so much. Leave your comments down below. What do you think about the system? What do you think about that shape? What do you think about how we're doing things? And do you think someone else should be starting? And when we get to that January transfer window, what positions do you think we should be looking to strengthen? We'll go through the squad in a bit more detail in a future episode, but I'm going to try and get these out pretty quick so we can keep it moving as best we can. This will be coming out early for members of the channel. They'll get it about 3 or 4 hours earlier than everybody else. But thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.